Hello student, let us discuss properties of dihydrogen. Here we are going to discuss physical properties and chemical properties. Physical properties means what? In a physically means what is the smell, odor, like that you are going to come to know. Now what is the chemical properties means what? For example, we have element A, how it is going to react with the particular chemical X. Okay. Those are called as what? Chemical properties. So now we are going to discuss about the dihydrogen. In that we are going to discuss physical and chemical properties. Now if you see the physical properties here, what is the hydrogen is what? Colorless, means we don't have any colors and we don't have any smell. That is called as what? Odorless. Taste means we don't have any taste. Now it is a combustible gas, means what? It is going to be burned. That is called as a what? Combustible gas, means it is also used as a what? Fuel, that we are use. I will explain later. Okay, means going to be burned, that is called as a what? Combustible gas. Now if you see, it is a lighter than the air. Okay, that's why you know very well, we generally if you go for the balloons, okay, generally if you filled with hydrogen, what happens? Going to be our balloons is going to be fly. Okay, so this is what? Lighter than the air. And if you see the solubility in water, it is a insoluble, I mean does not going to soluble. These are the physical properties of dihydrogen. Now let us discuss chemical properties here. So here if you see, the chemical behavior of dihydrogen is determined to a large extent by its what? Bond dissociation enthalpy. Means if you want to know the chemical properties, means we should here depends on the what? Means chemical property bond dissociation enthalpy, means what? Here hydrogen dihydrogen is there, is going to break as a what? Atoms. So that is called what? The bond enthalpy definition already we discussed in the what? Chemical bonding. The energy required to break the bond, okay, that is called what? Bond dissociation enthalpy. Here if you see here, the bond dissociation enthalpy of H in between the two hydrogen atom is very high. So of any element, what is the meaning of mean here? The hydrogen bond enthalpy, dissociation enthalpy is the highest for a single bond between two atoms of any elements. Here if you see, for example, fluorine like that, if you see here similar atoms are there. Okay, so any atom if similar is there, but here what happened? Hydrogen having the more bond enthalpy. Here how we come to know means here it is because of the factor that dissociation of hydrogen into atom, its atom only 0.081% around at 200 Kelvin, but at 500 Kelvin increases to 95.5%. So here what happened at temperature at 2000, sorry, that is not 200, at 2000 Kelvin. Here what happened? If hydrogen diatomic molecule want to dissociate as what? Hydrogen atom. At this temperature, how much percentage? It is only 0.081 percentage. But when you increase the temperature to 5000 Kelvin, okay, 5000 Kelvin. Now how much is going to percentage? How much is reached here? 95.5 percentage. Okay. Now if you want to produce atomic hydrogen, okay, so atomic hydrogen how is going to produce means at high temperature in an electric arc under our UV light, nothing but ultra radiations. Here we have, for example, if I want convert dihydrogen into hydrogen atom, I want, means here we have the methods what you have to go for the high temperature. Just now we saw here 5000 Kelvin. Okay, or you can use for the what? Ultraviolet light. If you use the ultraviolet light, what happen? Our dihydrogen is converted into what? Here as converted as a what? Hydrogen atoms. Now let us discuss chemical reactions of dihydrogen. Okay, first reaction with the halogens. As you know very well, with halogen it is going to produce what? Hydrogen halide. Here you can see hydrogen, halogen. Here we are taking as either a fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Simply we are writing what? X. Here X to indicate means what? Whether you can take the diatomic fluorine, chlorine, or bromine, or iodine. Okay. So all are giving the what? Hydrogen halides. Now if you see the reaction here, rate of reaction. So here if you see, while the reaction with fluorine occur even it in the dark, with iodine it require catalyst. So what happen here if you go for the fluorine to iodine, now dihydrogen react fastly with the fluorine. Okay, even in the dark means it does not require anything. In the presence of chlorine means it needs sunlight, bromine means at room temperature. Here it's a depends on what I want to convey means from fluorine to iodine the rate of reaction means the rate of reaction is going to be increases. Rate of reaction means already we discussed here what the time. So with the fluorine it is going to react quickly, but come to iodine here what happened, we need the catalyst. So as you know very well, catalyst what is going to do, it will increase the what rate of reaction. Okay, now let us see reaction with the dioxygen. So with the dioxide what happened is it's going to form the water molecule. Okay, so this reaction is what exothermic, highly exothermic means what energy going to liberate, that we are going to show the symbol what delta H with the negative, delta H negative indicating what it is a exothermic reaction. So 2 moles of H2O and reaction with the oxygen catalyst, you have to go for the heating, then you are going to produce the what H2O. Now how much amount of energy going to produce? Minus 285.9 kilojoule per mole. Okay. Next reaction with the nitrogen. Here and reaction with the nitrogen, this already we saw so many times in stoichiometry also this equation. So with nitrogen, as you know very well, it is going to produce what? Ammonia. Here, so we are going to use the catalyst, that is what? Iron catalyst. Here promoter already we discussed as a molybdenum, that in the chemical equilibrium. Okay. So here this equation, okay, this process is known as what? Haber's process. Already we came to know what is the Haber's process means, preparation of ammonia and what are the conditions. Already we came to know in the chemical equilibrium, Le-Chatelier principle applications, isn't it? Okay. So with the dihydrogen you are going to produce ammonia. The process name is what? Haber's process. Next reaction with the metals. Okay. So hydrogen react with the metals combined with the what? Hydrates. So here if you see we have the metals simply here at high temperature it will give the hydrates. Here alkali metals means what? First element. Okay. Alkali earth metal means secondary group elements. So for first group elements it is going to give the hydrate as a what? MH type. Best example you can know the sodium hydrate. Okay. Yeah. Next with the second group elements it is going to give the MH2 types of hydrates. Why? Because means as you know very well here. So as you know very well, first group elements having the what charge, common charge +1, hydrogen here what H minus. Okay. As here we already discussed, in generally metal hydrogen having the positive charge, but when it combined with the metal, first year, second year, it's having the what negative charge. So if you go for the crisscross, so finally you are going to get the what hydrates NaH like this. Second year here what happened? Generally we have the oxidation number what +2. Here hydrogen H minus. Now if you go for the crisscross, so what happened? What is the formula? CaH2. Okay. About these hydrates we are going to learn details. Okay, that is a very important question from this topic. Now let us discuss reaction with the metal ions. Okay, so here what happened? Hydrogen reduces metal ions in aqueous solution to what metals, means what? For example here we have the metal ion. Okay, why? Because means we have the charge in the solution, it is present as what ions. Now what is going, it is what is happening? Hydrogen is converted metal ions what into metal. Okay, so as you know very well, the oxidation state from +2 to 0 means what? Reduction. Okay, so here it is going to reduction. So metal ion is converted into metal by using the word dihydrogen. Now reaction with the metal oxide. So hydrogen reduces metal oxide into what? Metals. Okay, already in the this is what most important for the in metallurgy. So in metallurgy what happened? Whatever the oxides are saying, you want the pure metal means simply a reaction with the hydrogen you are going to get the what? Metal. Here you can see copper oxide is converted into copper. Then tungsten oxide is converted into what? Tungsten. So from metal oxide is converted into metal by using the dihydrogen. Next reaction with the organic compounds. Nothing but what? Hydrocarbons. So here vegetable oils what happen? Undergo hydrogenation. Hydrogenation means what? Addition of hydrogen is called as a what? Hydrogenation. Now, vegetable oils undergo hydrogenation in presence of catalyst what? Nickel and form the vanaspati. So here simply here you can see the example. Alkenes means having the what? Double bond undergo hydroformylation. Here hydroformylation means what? Addition of CH4 group aldehyde. Okay, don't worry, this again we will come across in the organic chemistry. So this group is called as a what? CHO aldehyde group. Addition of this group is called as a what? Hydroformylation and forms the aldehyde. So these aldehydes undergo reduction to form alcohols. Now here what is the equation here? For total this one, here we have the alkene having the double bond. So what happened? This group together, carbon monoxide hydrogen together giving the what? CHO, okay, aldehyde. So one hydrogen is going to here, this group is going to attach here, and this total group going to attach here. So here one double bond is going to convert as a what? Single bond. So finally you are going to get this one. This is called as a what? Aldehyde. So next what happened? This aldehyde converted into what? Alcohols. Alcohol means having the OH group. So for this hydrogen now, you know very well we have the dihydrogen means we have two hydrogen atom. One hydrogen is going to add here, another hydrogen going to add here. So you are going to get the what? Alcohol. So entire here what? Alkene is converted into first aldehyde, then aldehyde are converted into alcohol by using the dihydrogen. Now let us discuss problem number 8.1 in the in-text question. So question is not there, but I will read here. So what is the question given here? Comment on the reaction of dihydrogen with chlorine, sodium, okay, chlorine, then sodium and copper oxide. Okay, these are the we have to go for the reaction with the, so how it's going to react with the all these elements. So first what happened? Hydrogen react with the chlorine molecule and going to form the what? Hydrogen chloride, HCl. Now which type of going to bond here? What type of bond? It is a covalent bond. As we already discussed, this is a polar covalent bond. So the reaction between the hydrogen and Cl gives rise to one HCl. The bond formation is what? Polar covalent bond. Next, a reaction with the hydrogen, a reaction with the sodium, what happened? It is going to give the metal hydrides. Okay. Now what type of bond here? Here it is a ionic bond. Why? Because means complete transfer of electron. Here sodium is going to use the electron and hydrogen is going to take the electron. So it is going to form the ionic bond. So it is here about metal hydrides. In that what type of bond is there? Ionic bond. Next, and reaction with the copper oxide, what happened? This is the application of what? Metal oxide converted into metal. So copper oxide is converted into copper and reaction with the hydrogen. So hydrogen reduces the copper oxide to copper and itself gets oxidized to water. So if you see here, copper oxidation is, what is the oxidation state number of here? Copper oxide plus 2. In the copper oxide, copper oxidation state is what? Plus 2. Here copper is 0. Why? Because means already we discuss rules in the elemental state. Oxidation number in the metal, okay, we are taking the word 0. So plus 2 to 0 means reduction. Okay. Now in the hydrogen here, what is the oxidation state here? 0. Why? Because means already we discussed self-combining state, oxidation number 0. From here to here, if you see in the water, what is the oxidation number here? Plus 1. So 0 to plus 1 means here increase in oxidation number is called what? Oxidation. So here what happened? Here copper oxide is converted into copper, mean plus 2 is converted into 0. So because of what? Hydrogen. So dihydrogen reduces the copper oxide into copper and itself is what? Going to oxidize it to what? Plus 1 means it's going to oxidation now, so it's going to oxidize itself. Okay.